I advocate that you should optimise, not minimise agency spend. Who's seen this criticality and scarcity matrix before? Right, the key here is focus on what is important. Who wants to be known for cost savings versus hiring the most important, the most critical people in the organisation? Show of hands for cost savings. A few. Show of hands for most important. A lot more. So how do you get the time to focus in that? Quadrants 3 and 4 is where I advocate that talent acquisition functions should work. If you go into healthcare, into a hospital, they triage. If you've got a headache, do you get treated before someone that's got a heart attack? No. So reducing agency spend also means that your in-house team is stretched too thin. You know, we talked before about doing talent advisory. Show of hands in terms of who's got an overload of recs. Quite a few. So how do you get the time to do talent advisory and partnering if you don't have any space? Going back to the previous slide, if you're focusing on the right-hand quadrants, you've got time. So, and again, this is all about talent advisory. Having the time to do the research, having the time to provide insights to your organisation, to your hiring managers. As we say, if you want to do business partnering, you've got to bring a chair to the table. Having the time to bring a chair is critical. Innovation stagnation. I've heard so many people over the years say they simply don't have the time to innovate. They're too busy with BAU, business as usual. If you can focus on the important roles and create space to do innovation, you are starting to get there. I've read a lot of things to say that leaders should be spending at least 25 to 30% of their time on strategy and innovation. Who has 25 and 30% of their time? Show of hands. Very few, and that's a bit sad. So if you optimise your recruitment, perhaps a few more people would put up their hand. Last slide, and I might be sort of beating the gun here, Jody. This is a maturity model. Who's seen maturity models before? Show of hands. Okay, so the easiest thing in the world is to go down this left-hand column and cut costs. No one is going to say to you, Trevor, I don't want you to reduce spend. Everyone will accept that you do that. My point is, if you cut your budget to the point where you've got zero or totally minimise it, how do you get across into the quality and the competitive advantage column? How do you reallocate money when you want to do that? Where do you go and get the funds from to move to the right-hand side? Cutting agency spend essentially is really about being a cost centre. Who wants to be a cost centre? Show of hands. Who wants to be a profit centre? You want to be a profit centre, optimise your agency spend, focus on quality, focus on competitive advantage, and focus on quadrants 2 and 3. I think I've covered my bit, and I've got 50 seconds to go.
Expert. All right, we might start the 2-minute timer for the quick fire questions, so get them in.
So can I have 50 more seconds for questions?
No. Yes? Yes. Yes. Joe said yes. Okay, so is there a calculation on how much you should spend externally?
No, because it comes back to, in terms of the type of model, profiling the type of work that you've got in, you might want to spend a hell of a lot more time and money on the important roles than you do on the other one. If you've got the time, you want to spend, on 3 and 4, I said 2 and 3 earlier. 3 and 4 make you heroes and heroines. 1 and 2, it's really about who wants to do work that's neither critical or scarce. I mean, you really want to focus in this other area. So my view is find the funds to do that. What's the other question, Jade? Any more?
Yeah, there's more, yeah. So with agency, how do you classify agency? Is that recruitment agency? Is it consultant? Is it, what sort of sits under that banner?
Yeah, good question. Typically, when I framed this, it was recruitment agencies and outsourced partners and partners that will do a lot of the volume work that you don't want to do. It could be reference checking, it could be a range of things. It could be police checks. So we keep going backwards, never mind.
That's all right. The next question is around just the perception. So if you get an agency to fill a really difficult role, what are the hiring managers going to think? How do you challenge that?
Well, if we go back to that quadrant, if an agency has got great skills in that scarce area and it's not critical for you, you're not going to be hiring more and more of those, do you really care? You've put the business where they need to be to get a role filled. And it's not an area that you need to gain skills because you don't have many because they're not important to the business. So my answer would be, who cares?
Cool, love that. And that's it for the questions. So
thank you
5
everyone,
seconds to go.
appreciate that.
Thank you.